Yo, what's good, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of TheStankCast. I'm your host, Ham Stank, here with me today. On today's episode, I'm joined once again by my beautiful Craig Cowie. Cowie, say hello to the people.
What's happening?
What's happening, everybody? Joining me and Cowie on the couch today is the one and only, who do we love? Luke, Waddilove.
Hello, guys.
You gotta love that nickname. It's class, isn't it? It's class. It's good to have you on, Luke. Nice to see you again. Nice to have you back on the pod.
Thank you very much, man.
I'm a bit pissed off this week, though, boys. Can't lie to you. It's been a bit of a rough week for me. I got the night off one night, right, driving home, and on the way home I got caught speeding.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Nah. I accidentally texted you about it.
Yeah,
You obviously know about it. I
Yeah.
texted you about it saying I got caught speeding doing whatever in a whatever. But I mistyped.
Not saying any numbers.
Not saying any numbers. But I accidentally texted you and I mistyped. So you thought I was doing like exceedingly a lot more.
How
like,
fast were you going?
Fast enough, you know.
Yeah.
Just fast enough to be caught speeding.
He was speeding, but I thought he was fucking speeding.
Oh, aye.
Because he
Yeah.
texted me wrong, but yeah, no.
Well, honestly, like,
Just a little bit.
That's a good way to put it. I was definitely speeding, but I wasn't speeding.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
no,
yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
I'll vouch for that one. You weren't fucking.
aye.
You were just a bit.
Yeah, and I didn't even realise like how fast I was going at the time, which pissed me off because it's such like an hour and a bit drive.
Because
Yeah.
all
your
the way
mum's car's
back.
rapid, man.
I know, in my mum's car as well. It's not even like it's in my car. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well,
3 days before I go and pick up my new car, before I insure my new car, and I get caught speeding, 3 points on a clean license, raging.
well, you can cancel the 3 points if you want, though. Like, I
you
just did a
talking about?
course. I did, well, yeah,
That's
it's
just the way
just
you
got
said
the
that's funny. Yeah,
Cancelled.
just go up to them and tell them, nah.
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 VAR. VAR.
well, if you look on the back here, when you get the fine, right, it says you've got a course. It's a speeding course and traffic course thing. And all you do is, like, you go on Zoom,
Yeah.
and you've got people in a meeting, right? Oh, it's a disaster. I had this one lassie.
What, it's a Zoom meeting?
Yeah.
Oh, so you don't have to
fucking
go
hell.
Zoom
anywhere.
meeting. So what? No, you're just sitting on your couch. Just sit on your couch. Have a Zoom meeting. So the phone's just I had it just sitting there, right?
They don't need to see you or anything. You just need to
No,
hear you.
no. You just basically need to listen, like, and just know that your face is there, right?
Do you
And
do a
you're
test or
listening.
anything, no?
What?
Do you do a test?
So no test or nothing. No.
Oh, right.
So you just sit there, and this guy speaks about like the speeding and everything, and like about I never knew about phantom traffic, and about like how when you're driving along,
What?
phantom traffic, yeah.
Thank fuck you asked what. Because I had
So-
no idea.
so-
Go on.
So know how like when you're on motorways and all that stuff, and you see when you're on the motorway and you're going, oh Christ, I feel like it's taking forever. It's forever. That's phantom traffic. You're actually like this. You're still going to the same place, like quite like through quite quick and fast.
You're travelling at the same speed. Like,
yeah.
speed.
So it's
Yeah,
only
yeah.
like a minute or something you're losing because of this phantom traffic,
Yeah.
and it basically. Like, people think that, oh my god, like we're in traffic, but you're actually still flowing through. That's why it's called that. And it's just about the speed ratio and changing. No, when you
You're
look at
making no
motorways.
sense.
I know, but that shows how much I cared about it. You know what I mean? Like,
The course was good then.
yeah, but basically, of course, yeah, it's basically like, yeah, zoom on.
What the hell is phantom
Are
traffic?
you sure
Can we
you
look
didn't
up?
just do this thing? Like, are you actually about to now get a court something?
No,
Could
no,
you not-
nah. I
you've
did,
not paid for your 3 points.
I did this course thing.
How many points did it get rid of?
3 points. You get your
Did you have
speed
to
at-
pay the fine?
No fine. Oh no. Actually, you paid £100 for the course. So basically, you paid for your fine,
Oh,
or
well, that's the
£80.
cost of the fine.
So
yeah.
you basically paid your fine, right?
Okay.
But you didn't get points on your license because you did this course, and it was like,
How long did it take?
oh, you 3 hours.
Oh Christ.
What?
So 3 hours of your time, but instead of 3 points and extra money on your insurance.
Yeah, an hour per
because-
point. I'd
yeah.
pay that. I'd
well,
pay that.
you're 5 years with your points on your license. So
Three.
like,
3.
was it 3?
Yeah.
Oh, I always thought it was
it's
5.
No,
They told me it's 3 years.
Is it?
Yeah, that's what he said to me. It's 3 years.
3 years. It was.
Sweet.
I always thought it was 5.
It stays. You have to. Is
Or
it not
is-
like
I
it
thought it
stays on
was-
your record for 5 years, but you don't have to claim?
Yeah,
you don't have to tell your insurance for 3 years. Up
I
to
see.
after
I thought
3
it was
years.
5 and 4. I thought it was on your license for 5 years, but you only had to declare up to 4.
No, it's 3. Well, he definitely said 3 years
Yeah.
to me
I think-
when I got pulled on last week. Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
hell. Only declare for 3 years and speed awareness course is nothing.
Yeah, for 3 hours.
Ain't bother.
Yeah,
Yeah,
take
I
that. Take that.
Genuinely might have to
Yeah,
consider that.
honestly, go in the back and do that. It might be 5 years for the drinking, because I've got that as well. I've got drink driving as well, and it's like
Is it only
Do you
5
still have
for
it?
that?
Yeah, well, it stays on your
it's
criminal
5 years,
record
it's
for
5
10 years.
No, it doesn't.
Well,
It's not
well,
a
that's
criminal
how I've
offence.
always thought. So,
It's not a criminal offence. Because
Is it not?
I would have a criminal record. then.
exactly same.
It's not a criminal record.
Oh,
It's
well,
not a
I-
criminal offence.
You just beat it then, because I'm pretty sure it's on for 20 years now.
So-
or
so
something.
here's-
Yeah, my year was the last year. Because I remember,
Oh, rough.
yeah, the last year my year was the last year, so I got convicted of it in. Christ, let me think. How old am I?
Like 40.
2008. Nah, that's when I started school. Sorry, 2012 or 13. 2012 or 13 is when I had my crash.
What was your moment though with the
Fucking hell,
police?
that is, oh
like,
my god, over 10 years ago. Holy shit.
Yeah, I was 18.
Jesus,
That's a
It
bit.
was 11 years ago, so I'm
Over
29.
a decade
it's a
ago.
weird
Yeah.
moment though, eh? Like getting caught. It's like, fuck.
I handed myself in and all that, so it's
Oh, Jesus, man.
kind of gave myself away.
Yeah.
It wasn't
just-
any weird moment for me. I was kind of
Oh,
as soon as I
mine
picked
was.
up the phone, I knew.
Mine was weird. Like, I was like driving back from Aberdeen
Mm-hmm.
and got stopped and everything, and it was just like, have you been drinking? You've been drinking? I was like, that was the morning after, eh? And I was like, nah. And it had like, because it was the back of my van, it had this, because there was a hen do, and it, I had slappers on tour and everything, hat and everything, all in the back of my car and that.
Wait, you hosted a hen do in the back
No,
of your van?
no, so I was in Inverurie, right? I was in Inverurie and I was having I was drinking
Right,
then,
cool.
and then,
It's got the maddest stories. bro.
I
love
know
it.
it.
I love it.
So then I was in Inverurie and driving back, right? And the post, like just driving back, I was absolutely steaming the night before.
Mm-hmm.
So we came back. We were in Aberdeen. We met these girls and I had a hen doing that. So I had like slappers on tour hats and everything. So we took them and bumped them, took them home. Like took them in.
Oh, I thought
In
you
the
meant
van.
the slappers that were on tour.
No,
but you
so
mean
we
the outfits, right?
yeah. So we stole them, and then next morning
That makes more sense.
drove from past Aberdeen and that, and the police was like, "Oh, have you been drinking?" I'm like, "Nah, it's nah." And
Oh,
it's
did you
fucking-
just sleep in
she's
your
fu-
van and then drive
No,
home?
because we stayed in the hotel. The
Oh,
hotel,
okay,
the hotel grassed us up.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, it grassed me up.
Oh, rough.
Aye, so then I got caught and everything
Oh.
like that, and then the police was like, what's your name? And I was like, it's on the side of the van. And honestly, and then he was like, what's your phone number? I says, it's on the side of the van. And then he was like, where you from? Arbroath. And he was like, how do you spell your last name? It's how you say it on the van. And he just was like, get out and everything like that. Could he piss me off? Because I tried to open the door and
he
I
wasn't letting me drive drunk, the bastard.
Aye. Yeah, it was just because like he pissed me off, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, "This, you know what? Like, I want because I like to get out the car.
Yeah.
And, like I literally like to get out of the car and like stand up and speak to them because I feel like you feel downgraded when you're in the car, right? So they just basically.
You're
went,
in
You're not
fucking
above him
van.
in the van, though.
You're in a van.
no, I was in my little van. No, the
Oh, the little purple
Oh,
one.
the little purple
yeah,
one, yeah.
right, not the big one.
Yeah,
That
the
makes
purple
sense.
one, yeah.
Yeah.
So I was sitting in that, and then like I like to get out, and he slammed the door shut, and I was like, and that just pissed me off, and I was like, fuck. And then I just been cheeky, and then they're like, right, okay, get in the back of the car. So I got in the back of the car, and they literally like breathalyzed me, and they're like, oh, he's drink driving, and they locked the doors quick. They didn't even care about my van, left it with this boy with Chris and I, just left the person, and just went like that. Whim, lights on, flew me right over and got me absolutely busted straight away. They didn't care, they just got me like.
Oh, holy
And
shit.
the worst part is I blew 35, and 35 is legal in England, but it's 24 in Scotland. So they knew if I was in England I would have passed it, but if I was because I'm in Scotland, they're like bingo, boom, got it, and I got absolutely.
Did you
rinsed.
have to do a test again on the big machine when you got back?
Yeah, I had to do big.
And what did you blow on that? Was that the one you blew
35,
35 on?
yeah.
Okay.
So I
Oh,
was
that's
like,
unfortunate. You should have like stalled it for another hour and like
I-
jogged around
I
the
know, I
place, tried to
shoulda went
burn off
for
some more
a couple
alcohol.
a couple of pisses or something
Yeah.
in the fucking place, but it was just like
Couple JDs and
yeah. And I had to stay, and I had to get stayed in a pen in that in Aberdeen, like so. Nightmare.
Oh, mental.
That's rough.
Aye.
Imagine getting done in by your hotel after you just given them business.
Raging.
Did you wreck the hotel?
Raging.
What?
You wrecked the hotel?
I don't know. I was hammered. Like
probably.
I remember.
That probably means yeah.
Nah. Nah. I don't think so.
Defo wrecked the
I
house.
can't. Aye. But like that's like what happened to me when I got caught drink driving. I was just bugger. It was a nightmare. Eh?
It's a nightmare when the blue lights come on behind you, man. I knew it was going to happen because I was driving along as I got to the roundabout Arbroath. I saw the lights, not the blue lights, just a pair of headlights coming, zooming at me, like 110, 120, coming right up
After
behind
you'd
me.
Crashed.
No, after I went past, I didn't crash.
Oh.
I got caught speeding.
Oh right.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
After I
I
went
thought
past-
you were on about.
No, after I went past the junction, and I saw them. It obviously came down to the actual speed limit,
Yeah.
and all I saw was behind me, right up behind me, like quick start, like instantly.
Oh Jesus!
Lights on as I got to the roundabout.
I
They
broke
were
it.
actually pretty sound. The guys that dealt with me were actually pretty sound
Aye.
because they could tell I'd had a rough day.
And
I'd
you
had
don't
a
have
rough day at work.
you don't
It
have
was
your
late at
name on
night
the
or
side of the
something.
van.
No, I didn't have none of that. They were like, they were asking me what my job was and all this stuff, where I worked, and it almost felt like they didn't want to give me the points,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day they had to,
Oh man.
because they were speaking to us like fucking hell. Because I'd been up like, I was telling them I was up at like 8:30,
Yeah.
hour and a half drive to work every morning, hour and a half drive at home. I was
Oh.
just getting almost home, getting pulled for the speeding. The blokes themselves, you know what I mean? They know it's going to be annoying. They're probably feeling like this guy probably doesn't really need these points or deserve these points, but
No.
because it was late at night, nobody's on the road.
Yeah. I got pulled over like 3 days ago.
Did
Was
you?
it?
Yeah, just the light in the work van was out, and they pulled me over and told me, and then breathalyzed me, and were like,
The breathalyzer in the work
yeah,
van.
it was really weird. Yeah, it
In
was
an
really weird.
NHS van.
That's the first thing he said. He was like, "Oh, it's an NHS vehicle." I was like, "Yeah, yeah," and he was like, "Okay." He was like, "Well, I just need you to give me your details." I gave him the details. I'll just give you a breath test. I was like, "Yeah, okay," and then he breath tested me, and he was like, "Right, off you go." I was like, "All right, cool." Weird.
That's brazy.
Yeah,
That's
no, it's
mad.
mad.
in
I
an
didn't think
NHS.
they'd done it, but it was like he'd done it
You know
casually,
what?
as if they must just do it to everyone now.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Because he even like normally, like obviously it's been a lot of years since I used to get pulled over a lot, so it's like, but back then they would like make a whole big deal of it, like, "Oh, I'm gonna breath test you now," because I think like, whereas this, it was almost just part of the process, like it was just this, okay, your details, this breathalyzer, this,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So weird.
Aye. That might be what the rules are now or something.
That was strange. Strange that you get pulled for a headlight and then you get breathalyzed, especially in an NHS van. That is very strange.
To be fair, it's weird that, like the last few times I've been pulled over, it's always been from them being in front of me, like at the side of the road, like pointing at me and being like, "Fucking you in there."
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I got pulled over. Fucking the last time I actually got pulled over and got points for it was like years ago, and I was driving along and I was in the car and it had just gotten new tires, like literally 2 or 3 months before, and I was driving along and then they pulled me over and they're like, "You were speeding a little bit," and I was like, "Okay, fair enough. If you say so, I'm sorry." Pulled in, they're like, "We're just gonna." It was like, I'm not gonna make a big deal of it, but I'll just give your car a check over before you go." I was like, "Okay," and then I turned the tires in and they were both bald on the inside. Like
Really?
bald on the
Oh,
inside,
wow.
they like almost to the wire, and I was like, I didn't know. I was like, I only got the tires like a few months ago, and he was like, "I'm sorry." He was like, "The best I can do is I'll only give you points for one of the tires." He was
Oh.
like, "But like you're gonna need to get that dealt to," and I had to walk all the rest of the way.
Really?
I was going. Yeah,
Because you can't let you drive.
I was going to give someone a lift. I was going to pick someone up and give them a lift home.
Right, get off.
So I had to walk away. It was my partner at the time. So I had to walk along to where she was at, and then borrow someone else's car to drive home,
Oh,
Jesus, that's rough, man.
Raging.
and then drive it back, and then get in her car and quickly drive it back home again, and then get tires put on it.
That's rough.
That is bad.
Yeah.
What's the point in not letting you drive away in the car once they know you're about to go get tires put on it?
Because but it was down to the wire. They were like, "We just can't let you actually drive on that." They were like, "You need to come and get a recovery vehicle to pick it up."
See, at the moments though, it shows you how much you love having to drive a car though. When you have the moments, you're like, "Oh, I can't drive it" or nothing, and then you have to walk. And now, like that.
Oh, I can assure you, I fucking
yeah.
appreciated walking, because it was 10 o'clock at night, pitch black in the middle of Dundee, mate, and it was like a 15-minute walk away. I was very much appreciating fucking.
I would have appreciated having
Yeah,
a car.
yeah, I
Appreciate
really,
having a
really would
car,
have.
eh?
Yeah, it was fucking piss.
It's rough, eh? It's like,
Yeah, when I didn't have my motor for the last few weeks, it was a bit rough.
Yeah.
But luckily enough, I was able to use my mum's car
that's
for the time being.
that's like that time when my engine blew up in my van. Oh Jesus! I was literally like,
Which engine? Which van?
Yeah.
what? Oh, well, that's what I
We
was
talked
speaking.
about car history the other week, right?
Aye, Jesus, yeah.
And if you wanted to mention car history and a failure of one,
Oh man,
it'd have to
yeah.
be here's like.
Yeah,
It's more what happened to said vehicle.
Well-
that's part
well,
of the history. And the
we-
history itself isn't wild. It's
Mhm.
just
we had a chat, and we calculated how many like vehicles you've had,
Mhm.
right? And I've had like, if you're counting them all really, or engines, I've had eight engines / cars, right?
But
And
how
I've
many,
just-
no, how many
how
cars?
many bodies? How many cars? Chassis?
Bodies and like cars, chassis. 7 of them out of the 8 of like car bodies and everything else.
Okay.
Because remember
That's
that
not
just
So you've had 7 different vehicles.
destroyed, yeah.
Yeah.
Like remember that, like that I parked my car outside a job.
That's
do
what
you
I was on about.
I parked my car outside a job, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And this is me and Jake were working. Jake
I
Simpson.
know this story. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on.
I parked the car outside the job, and I'm sitting there decorating, and someone goes, "Has anyone got a white van?" And I'm like, "Aye, I've got a white van, right?" So I walk down the stairs, walk through, and I'm just thinking, right, because just like someone hit it. I thought, oh yeah, it'll just be a bump and it'll just be a little nig. Niggle. I walk down the road and I look. My car isn't even in front of me. It's not even in front of the door. Right, literally, completely not there. And then I look 30 yards down the road,
Uh-huh.
and there's my car completely smashed. Right? And the guy, right, like high as a kite, completely out his face on drugs,
Yeah.
basically slammed head first into my car, took it 30 yards down the round, destroyed it, and he got out and he was like, "Oh, my car, man, my car. It cost me £2,000 and he's sitting with a spare wheel and everything on it, right? And then my car is writ off clean, like engines pissing out everywhere, the whole lot. And he goes and tries to start his own car up, and his car is like the engine's gone, and he's totally like, "Oh, I'm trying to reverse it out for you and everything." I'm like, "What the fuck is going on
Was
here?"
he not out his mind though?
Yeah, mate, he nearly killed a woman and everything as well.
Oh, yeah?
Like, because I've got the video clip, and
From someone's camera. Don't
yeah,
you?
off of someone's camera, and all you see is the old woman. There's an old woman walking, and then all you see is my car. You've seen the clip,
Yeah, I can't remember.
and then head first. Boom, and the car goes flying and just misses the
because
woman.
he was going fast as
yeah,
well.
it was 70 miles an hour on a 20.
That's
Piled into the front.
crazy.
Absolutely
Found out-
mounted your car.
Found out he hit and run off of so many other cars. He
Yeah,
passed them all the way
He
up, and
bashed
then
loads, didn't he? Yeah.
Jake pulled him out of the because he was trying to get in the car. And Jake just like that. You're like, "Get man!" And totally dragged him. I was like, "What?"
That's
It must
mate,
take
though.
everything in you not to absolutely let that
Oh,
boy. Yeah.
I was so.
Yeah.
That's what the police said. He was like, he's like, "How are you so calm? How are you cool? How are you cool and collective?" And I'm like, "Listen, mate, I'm absolutely thinking my life's over here because I was sitting there. That's my business van,
Mm-hmm.
like, and I've just had my business. Like, I've just. That was probably my best van I ever had, the white one. Like,
yeah. Like
Every
the
single other
cleanest
vehicle
one.
I've ever had just like blown up or after like a month.
It's not just
Yeah, but
blowing
that's
up,
been
though.
because of you.
Yeah, it's probably because of my daftness, but
Tell us what you did with the Volvic water.
oh yeah, I put Volvic water in my coolant and everything, and then
It wasn't
Drove-
even just
drove-
Volvic water.
Yeah, it was
it
like
was
sugar. It was
it was
like
sugar-
sweet- it was
sugary,
sweet,
yeah.
It was sweet water. Like,
Yeah, it was
sweet
that,
water.
it was
um,
proper juice, man.
it was like strawberry and lemon or something
Yeah.
water, and it just destroyed the engine.
yeah,
and blew
it
up.
blew up like smoke and everything out the way. I was trying to drop off a lassie that night as well. That day. That day, I dropped the lassie off at Stonehaven and drove back. Just got to about just before Inverbervie, and
Yeah.
it just went poof, and there's smoke everywhere, all in my face. And I couldn't get out. Like I had to, like I couldn't see,
see,
or
yeah.
nothing, and I tried to turn and it was nearly dying. I was like, Jesus Christ!
Mate.
And
That's rough.
and then my granddad had to come all the way up and tow me where a 1.2 like car, and then like my car was quite heavy. The van, it was a big van, and it was just
This guy loves his vans.
aye.
He loves them.
I could have sleep in that.
There was somebody's van that I
Mine.
towed. What van of yours did I tow?
Here's another vehicle, my Ford Transit, the blue one. You towed it all to my house with your Ford car. I think.
no,
it
it was with the Saxo.
with a Saxo, yeah.
The car would have been impressive, but the Saxo.
Revving up like hell.
Saxo, I dragged his transit all the way from the edge of our road all the way up to, where was it?
Oh, it's my house.
Yeah,
You know
all the
what's
way up
even
to his
more
house,
impressive
towed the
about that?
transit. What?
Not only did the Saxo pull the transit, but it pulled like 180 kg Cowie at the time as
Oh,
well.
mate.
It towed the big boy as well. You know what I mean? That's a lot of weight for that
Jesus.
car to be pulling.
Yeah, no, do you know what
And
the
a
worst part
van.
about, the worst part about the whole thing is, right? If you've ever really done much towing, right? That when it's a car that doesn't have a tow bar, obviously the towing eye is just on the back on one of the sides. Same for a towing eye, obviously on the van, it's on one of the sides, right? So my towing eye was on the right hand side of my car, and his towing eye is on the left hand side of the van, and he kept trying to drive directly behind me the whole time. So I would do drive and I would pull him, and my car would like he would like pull the back end across the road, and I would be like driving, it would hit, and I would like jump the back end across the road. I'm like, oh my fucking god, because he's driving like bolt behind me and not like over to be. Oh mate, I can't believe my car was still going after that. To be fair.
I've never known this. I've never known
mate.
this. So this is like new
Brand
to
new
me. Like,
information.
Mate, yeah.
I want to know how much you would have been cursing and
Oh,
swearing.
mate, it was. I was more focused on the fact that I thought my engine was about to fall out the front of my car, but because the car was pretty fucked as well. Like, so
Here, I pushed it pretty well.
yeah,
like,
they did a good job. Like, I was impressed with that.
thank you very much.
He
I
probably
meant the
wasn't,
Saxo, you dickhead.
he probably wasn't shouting and cursing as much as you were when you had to take my couch from
Oh,
that
mate.
couch, the one
mate.
you're sitting on from here.
Is
Up
this when
to
you left him
Hockey.
to do it on his own?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
It was in my garage, right? And my dad put it on the roof with him. They just strapped it down to his van roof with like two. What are they
Cable
called?
ties, I think. it
No,
was.
they're not
Ratchet
cable
straps.
ratchet
Ratchet
straps. That's
yeah.
the one. Tied them with two of them. It was not stable, and Luke's van was going like that.
Anytime
On the
I
road.
went around the
You told me
roundabout,
that because you said he was fucking raging.
Yeah, mate,
Level with me, man.
I went around the roundabout, right, and I could actually feel the van moving like that because of the weight of the couch on. Because
Oh,
see,
wait, like tip over.
yeah, because the way they put
It's
it on,
so
he
heavy
didn't
on the
put it-
back.
he didn't
Why
s-
did it not go in the van?
So he put
Didn't fit.
No,
Oh.
it didn't fit. So instead of putting
It
this,
didn't.
this,
This?
Yeah, we tried.
see,
In the
instead
back of your transit?
Not the
no,
transit. No,
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 Remember
bro.
my
That's
small,
why it's so
small
funny.
white Astra.
The Astra van.
Yes, mate. On the small white Astra van.
I've always wondered why you mounted it to the roof of a transit. I was
Yeah.
like,
No,
that's
no,
not
no,
what
no.
you do.
No, on the
Oh,
small
okay,
white
I understand.
Astra van.
Holy shit, man.
Right, yes, mate.
And the
Now
back of
you
that's
get
heavy.
it.
It's like that's one of the ones it reclines in that. So the back of it's like I got like
This reclines.
yeah, it's just not plugged in. I could easily plug it
Yeah.
in. You could do it because it doesn't actually move back. Anyway, it's really, really heavy. Really heavy.
I bet.
So when it was on the top edge, it's back heavy as well. Every time he was going around the roundabout, it was just like really going over to the
Savage.
edge.
Yeah.
When he got there, mate.
But
oh.
it was because it would. I think it would have worked better, right? If we had this side, like the seat side, on the driver's side to go around the roundabout. But no,
Should have had it
the
upside down.
driver's. So the seat side was on the passenger side.
Yeah, on the outside.
Yeah,
you were
so
turning
when I
around.
was going around the roundabout, I felt the fucking
That's
weight
a
of the hingy.
That's a
and
skill issue, bro. I
Yeah,
wasn't-
that's a skill issue.
it was
man.
felt like it was a way to flip, and I felt like I was a way to
Oh.
fall over. Like I thought I was a way to be like one of these
Could you
cartoon
imagine
seeing, things, and just
seeing on social media the next day, fucking somebody posting a photo of an Astra on its side, but a sofa actually sitting right way up on the side of the road.
Just sitting on the roundabout on the couch
Luke
like
just
that.
sitting on it like, that fucking prick.
oh mate, you should have seen me after I came off.
I
Like
could tell as soon as you got up to Pilocchi, he was like, face was
Yeah.
tripping him.
Going to this-
Honestly,
Just
man.
kicked it off the van.
Right,
like
honestly,
fucking
mate.
bounce.
driving to this fancy ass castle, right? Driving into it, and I'm thinking, oh, this place is nice and fancy, and I'm coming here looking like an absolute pikey with a fucking couch on my head. Like driving in, I'm like, what the hell? And then he took me up this blooming back road, and it was all like crappy grass and that, and like mud. And I'm like, I'm going to get stuck here. I'm going to get stuck here. And then when I got up, I fucking,
Yeah, but he didn't get stuck there. Everyone drives there all the
Oh,
time.
okay,
Tractors and that go that
Yeah,
way.
Stephen,
But
yeah,
of course a tractor would go
Yeah.
that way. That's
No,
not
loads.
I
I used to
Of
drive.
course.
I used to park there all the time.
yeah,
He was just being a ghetto because he was in a huff.
great,
Yeah.
great.
Nothing even went wrong. I bet you the whole time he was just raging because he had to drive.
Probably not phenomenal for this suspension either, though.
Nothing to do with
having
me,
a sofa
right?
on the
No,
roof.
It's the opposite to do.
Nothing went wrong. Right, okay. Right, I'm going to get a couch and I'm going to tell you to drive it somewhere on top of your fucking car. No, sorry, your car.
You can swear. It's
He
fine.
apologises for
I just don't know. I just want to be polite.
Nah,
You
it's
literally said nothing there.
I know. I probably swore earlier. Like just catching sometimes and apologise for it.
You can swear if you like. It.
Yeah, fair enough then. Right. But I.
Oh, fucking.
Nah, but that's the thing. Like I fucking. There you go. I did it there, right? But I was fucking raging, man.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, that was. It's probably one of my fondest memories of you, actually. So when you rocked up and cause I was so happy because I had my couch. Finally, I was
Yeah.
waiting on it for so long because he said he was going to do it for ages and he never did it.
Still do
Eventually-
it, son.
And I was on it him and I was like, when am I getting this couch, bro? And then he eventually came and done it. And I was so happy to get my couch and he was so raging. So raging. He stayed for about 30 seconds. 30 seconds and then he was, as soon as the couch was in the room, out the door. He was gone.
Drove home in
Aye.
pure silence.
But my blood was boiling.
It's not a fun drive up there either, man. Like the road to Pitlochry.
I
Once
did
you
it
get off
once
the
with
Taylor,
Fitz.
it's-
I like it
Yeah.
when I like it
but
when I
can't
do.
remember it.
I like it when I'm doing my camping thing. So like. in
Yeah,
the
that's
van.
fine.
Yeah.
When you're not got like a time limit on that, but see when like you're travelling for work or something, it's
Oh
a pain.
yeah.
I got the hospital in Pitlochry sometimes, so
Oh, right,
decent
okay, yeah.
enough drive.
It's the road out there is nice. The actual
The view's
scenery,
nice,
the
but
scenery
yeah.
once you get past Perth is absolutely
Yeah,
stunning.
yeah.
But the roads themselves are pretty shite.
I think I like that my drive to the gym to Alloa, because it's like when you get around this corner and like driving towards Alloa, it's just like mountains. So I just feel like, oh, you know what? Like I'm like when I'm looking at the mountains, I'm like, just feel like I'm in the Highlands and everything.
Yeah,
I
it's
just
nice,
feel
it's nice.
I feel like I'm
It's
in like
pure zen as fuck.
yeah. It's just like
Namaste.
Namaste. I seen something
No
on
accents.
Google and it was supposed to be mean I bow to you or something. Namaste. I typed it in on Google.
There's no chance you spelt that right.
Probably didn't.
No. Why are you laughing? There's
It's
no
not, yeah,
chance.
but it's not hard. That one I actually think you maybe would.
Go on. I don't know how to spell Namaste.
I feel like I'm going to embarrass myself now.
Yeah, you
but-
probably are. That's why I
thought
want
it
you
was
to
just
do it.
Namaste. Namaste.
Right, okay, type it in and find it. Because I don't know.
Namaste.
Oh, God.
Like that's
If it
the,
helps,
like, I
I'm an idiot.
typed that in.
Is that how you would have spelt it?
Namaste.
How would you spell
Spell it.
Namaste?
Oh,
Okay, maybe you're right.
I can't spell it like now. No, I probably. I
You
can't
can't
do it in my
spell
head.
now.
No, I
He would
need
spell-
like.
He would spell it N-A-H.
He's an absolute tablet kid.
He
He's
would
like, I need to type.
Yeah.
Yeah,
me no
exactly,
speak. Me
yeah,
need
like-
type.
alphabet in school and that.
Alpha
yeah.
smart.
Alpha smart.
Alpha smart.
I did
Alphabet.
have that. You know that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know you did.
Yeah, you. Kind of what that was the annoying part about school. Eh?
What?
What, you were
When
stuck
we
in
were
that
at
cage?
school, right? And like yous would all be no. Don't feed the animals.
Right, carry on.
Yeah, so like we were all in primary school, right? Me and Cowie were in primary school, right?
Yeah.
And
Where'd you go to primary school?
Timber Greens.
Did you go to Timber Greens?
Yeah,
Did you?
we
Out
were-
there? You were... Oh, you moved.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Moved
we've
for 2 years.
we've
and
been
came back.
playgroup and everything as well, eh?
Mhm.
Like
Ah,
been friends
cool.
that long, like.
Yeah, yeah.
But like everyone would be reading these books, right? And there's all these nice, cool books in 5th year and that, right? And I'm sitting here reading
Hold
something
on,
like
hold on.
The story.
Timber
not-
Greens or 5th year?
Timber Greens.
So
No,
not
that
5th
was
year.
4th
So,
year.
so primary 4.
Yeah, primary 4, primary 5, primary 4, and that. They're all reading these cool books, right? And I'm sitting here reading Simon Says or something. Like,
Where's Wally?
well, yeah, like these pictures of Where's Wally and I'm sitting like, what the fuck's going on in my life?
Oh, you mean in school, like you were in like the bottom reading group? Is
Yeah,
what you
like,
mean?
yeah, like,
You
no,
were in
the-
the-
I
you
had
were in
my
the probably
own
just
pis-
don't track.
I had my own Pacific reading group for myself. There was no reading group for me. I had my own Pacific one. I had my own. Like, there was no one else.
You had your what?
I had a teacher there, right? And I had to say stuff.
Your own what?
My own, like, time for teaching. Like, the teacher had everyone else doing their work, writing. And then when that writing section, that's like that
I'm
space
not
of
passing
30
over the
minutes.
fact that you said Pacific, man. Pacific.
Specifically.
I can't even spell it, T. Right. But
the
I
word
had,
specific, my man.
But-
Specific.
but honestly, like I had like these classes on my own.
yeah.
Like, and yous are all reading, like, or doing something else at the background, and like that. See that stage of when I was like in P4, P5. I
Yeah.
knew I was a mong. Honestly, man, I knew at that moment, like, Jesus Christ, that I need to start sorting myself out.
Also,
You
I was
knew
right.
at that moment in primary 4.
Just to interject, I was right about Namaste, by the way. I forgot to mention that. It's
Oh,
how
were
you
you
spell it.
actually?
Yeah, Namaste. Namaste.
Well, it turns out I'm just an idiot.
Oh, no, you have to have your own Pacific class if you're an idiot.
Yeah, well,
I'm glad you said specific.
I'm sorry, man, but like, it's just crazy that like the school and that.
yeah.
Like, even when you see Brandon Montez, and that'll tell you, like, see when we were reading, everyone just laughed because I read like an absolute robot, like not even a robot.
Yeah, you
like
you were as much as you were the kid in school that was it, and the dog would want to frisbee.
yeah, I missed like 4 different words out of
Yeah.
every single one of them. Like,
What's this one? That's I.
That's rough as toast. It's not as easy for some people.
Yeah,
But you're really good at maths, aren't you?
yeah.
No.
Nah, I'm actually all right with maths.
No, you're not actually too bad at maths. Yeah.
Just
You're more of a creative anyway.
yeah, I love building.
Yeah.
I love building stuff
and designing.
I'm designing and drawing stuff up and everything. I'm currently just drawing.
What were you drawing up in? That's a shite way to ask that question because I know where it went, to be honest. But I was going to try and segue into your fight or your match that you had at the weekend.
All right.
You could have turned drawing into that.
Yeah. I was because what did you draw up for your game plan? You know what I mean?
Talking about a good draw.
Yeah, but like I know how it went, so I didn't want to fucking be a dickhead. How did it go? How did you find the whole experience? Like, how was the whole day down? Not just the actual match itself.
yeah.
How was getting there, being with your team, all the stuff that you get to enjoy.
Yeah.
Or do you actually get to enjoy it, or are you too worked up in the moment?
So for the viewers to not to know that
What a great question, by the way.
so the viewers to know that what Stephen was
Perfect
on about
segue.
is I was at Total Combat Championships.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were at
Which, by the way, they need to get a stream.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
fact they don't stream, you can't watch it unless you're there. Like, they don't stream them to, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
most other places you can pay for a pay-per-view.
A £9 pay-per-view
yeah,
or
which
whatever,
is
yeah.
upsetting that they don't do
yeah.
that.
So
Where was the event?
it was in Ayr. It was in Ayr.
Sure, right, okay.
Ayrshire, yeah. It was in a gym hall, like in a basketball gym hall.
How many
big
people were
cage in the middle. I don't know. I didn't really focus on the other people.
I saw your video on Instagram, but just a quick snippet of you coming in.
Yeah, in the walk-in.
Yeah. It looked a decent size, to be honest.
It was quite big. Like the lights were right down on the cage and
It
everything.
looked
so
cool. The
it
cage
was,
did look cool in
yeah,
the
so it
video.
kind of I had that like whoa, holy crap moment.
Mhm.
Were you a bit overwhelmed by that, or did you?
I
you
think I
alright?
was like I think I froze and literally like so like when I walked, I had a walk in and I walked in and I came into Somebody to Love by Queen.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, who do we love? Waddilove,
Yeah,
Somebody
makes
to
sense.
Love. So I walked out of that and well, my granddad and that because of the Globe
Yeah.
and my head was all focused. I'm like, you know what? This
So
is
you went
this,
through
this
your whole
moment.
routine.
Yeah, whole routine, and I got up the gym, like up the mats, and before I compete, I like to bow and like just show my gratitude to going onto it,
Yeah.
because like, Christ, it's like one of these moments, like you're like, fucking Jesus Christ, like this
It's
is
a big
people
moment for you,
are
yeah.
watching you. It's like take the moment in,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So I took the moment in, and then when I got to the cage and I felt it fine, and then when I heard his stuff, like I lost it and I was like, Jesus Christ, and then I was like, this is actually a match, like, oh my god, like, and I got lost out of focus and lost out of sync.
So what you think, like, because you went in first, because you walked first into the ring, and
Yeah.
then he came in second. Do you think like you had a bit of an adrenaline dump and
I think
listening to
that
his music and that? And
Yeah,
was the crowd louder for him or?
well
he
that
more known?
was his hometown.
Right, that makes
So,
sense.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
maybe stuff like that can knock a man.
yeah,
Like, if you're not
where
experienced in that thing.
yeah,
It's
where
a
it's
good
like,
learning curve, man. It's a good learning curve, though, isn't it?
yeah, we're like, it's like at ADCC, it was more the hometown for us, so it's
Yeah.
like people know, because I train at Alloa.
Yeah.
So it was like that might be a factor. Like I heard the crowd more like because they're from
'Cause you hear
Stirling,
the
this
gym
and
or
that.
whatever.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people from the gym. So
Mhm.
maybe like I don't know. I'm a people pleaser, so I like to.
It's a big moment, though, man. You can
That's thing.
it's a big moment, though, especially like guys have only been doing these types of. You've been doing it a little bit longer, but what have you been doing it? 6 years?
4 years in January.
Fucking hell.
How long have you been doing it?
Like 5.5.
I thought you were like 6, 7 years.
Yeah.
So you've been doing it
I-
only
I
4
wish.
years, right? And now you're going and competing in a cage in front of people live. So big. It's a pressure pot to put yourself into. Like
Yeah.
you put a lot of pressure on yourself.
But
You don't like for you personally. You're surrounded by these big guys in Alloa and that. You don't need to push through. You do a lot of competitions recently. Maybe take you experience it a little bit. Take a minute. You've got one more, no?
Yeah, I've got ADCC
So
championships.
do this one. Give it your all. Go out with and bang at the end of the year. You know what I mean? Give yourself a break after that and come back stronger, more well trained, well rounded.
But
Because you've only been through it 4 years, you know. So experience is everything.
yeah, well that's the thing. Like that match, I took a lot of experience from it.
Mhm.
Like, and I took a lot of like, learning from it.
Yeah, it's good.
So like it showed me like where you can go, and like you can go even higher than that, and it's like it showed me that you can. It's like
Do you
just-
think you want to be competing on that type of stage more often?
yes,
Did you
I
enjoy it?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the moment. I took it all in. Like
But you didn't enjoy
but-
obviously the result.
I just didn't. I didn't like the guy got me in a heel hook,
Yeah.
and it was on the edge of the cage, so it was stuck on the cage. And as you know, for the heel hook, right, that if you can turn this way, and it takes the rupture off the knee.
Mm-hmm.
So because of the way it was on the cage, I couldn't turn, like, and slip the foot kind of way.
What kind of heel hook was it out? Like
Um,
an inside or outside?
I'm sure it was an inside.
Like he was turning your foot this
Yeah,
way.
so I had to try and rotate, like, kind of take the pressure
Which
off.
foot?
This one here, so
And what? And the cage was here, and he was rotating it this way.
so it was like that way, right?
Uh-huh.
And I had to go that way to try and loosen it
Uh-huh.
off, right? Turn it
to
right.
try and slip your heel.
Yeah, to slip my heel.
Okay.
But I was trying to go for a heel hook at the same time, but I forgot about my foot then I tried to if I tried to turn onto it, I would have got caught on the cage,
Mm-hmm.
and then because the other way to turn is the way to get I would break my knee. So you get
Yeah, I know what you mean. So you tried to slip the heel, but the cage was in the way,
yeah,
so you
cage
couldn't
was
sit
in the
down
way.
to slip your heel.
The cage was in the way, so like that feeling of like the cage being there is like a learning curve, and it's like now like with the mats you can roll, and you can probably roll off the mat if you want to roll out of it. Where on there the cage, if you're trying to roll that way, you can't. So you have to try and use the cage to get up, to elevate yourself, to try and take the braking pressure off.
Mm-hmm.
So it's these little things that I've kind of learnt from that match, and it's like I've ate a lot of humble pie from it, and it's great. But it's just these little things that you can adjust if you're like say on the cage. Yeah, so it's like a little thing, like another learning curve of being like, right, I know how to do that on the mats, kind
Mhm.
of idea. It's like, right, okay, if there's a cage there, there's a wall there, what happens if that's there? How do you change it up and get away from it? You know what I mean? So
maybe
it's like,
just need to like
it'll make me
do
like
some work
practice
on
in the
your
cage.
on heel hook defense too, because
Yeah.
that you unfortunately got caught with that one at the thing you won.
In ADCC,
Yeah.
that was
It's obviously just something that's
that was stupid.
you need
that.
to look
like,
for.
That was the most stupid.
Yeah, I know you were winning that one. Like
I know, like
in my opinion, anyway, I think you were
Yeah,
winning, and then
I-
you jumped, and then I
I
don't know
tried
what
to
you
do
did.
that Poppadom pass, and
Yeah.
and then I ended up being the Poppadom. It was deed. That's exactly
Well,
it.
you weren't the only one competing though from your gym, though. There was other
Yeah,
boys
my
competing. There was-
coach Mop,
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
he
won-
won, didn't he?
he won the
Yeah,
championship
fucking well done
belt.
for that,
80s.
like.
Christ, like
That's mad. Though,
instant his heel hook, like the heel hook. The boy went to pull guard, and he like kind of pulls guard, and my coach Mop did it was top pressure, and then he did the little back, kind of like the back step to engage onto the heel.
Mm-hmm.
Like he did that little movement, and he caught the heel, and it was instant. The boy was like, he had it in, and it was tight, and you're looking at him, and he was like, the boy was still going, and then he pulled it even more, and he was like, all right, okay, and then pulled it, and then looked at him again, like listen, like
I'll bust it.
yeah. It's like it's cool. It's
Was
cool
it just him against somebody else? It wasn't like a
it
tournament?
Round robin. Or
what?
It wasn't like a tournament.
No, it was just him on a
okay,
show.
okay,
So it was
yeah,
like
yeah,
he
yeah.
was. So Mupp was the first person to come on. So he actually brought everyone on to like. So he came on and fought for this belt to start off, and then he ended up.
Oh, is that
wrestling.
how they do that one? Is it?
Yeah.
Have they-
So
okay.
He fought for the title first.
he fought for the title straight away at the start to get
okay.
everyone interested, and
That's
then
I did wonder how he was reffing because I seen pictures of him
yeah
doing people's hands up, and I was like, you were fucking on. But yeah, okay.
yeah
That's a good idea. Like
it was cool
submission. What's the one that's on Fight Pass that Chael Sonnen used to do?
I don't know.
There's a grappling one on that Chael Sonnen used to do on Fight Pass, and that's what they used to do.
yeah.
They had one like that where the title fight was like the fucking first fight on.
It was cool. It was cool. It was cool to watch him, and it was like
It's an
I was on.
interesting idea.
I was on his like I was at his corner as well, so I was at the sitting in the in his corner, and it was just cool just to watch him, and it was just like it kind of gave you that feeling like I want to be that day, and it's cool getting a coach to do that, and it was just you know what I mean.
It's
That'll
really
be
good
like for
watching
you.
high level people. Like, see when you're like obviously I watch it a lot on TV and shit like that,
Yeah.
but when you're actually like
Face to
edge
face.
of the mat, like when you're sitting, your feet are basically touching the mat, and it's someone that's like proper high level going. It's so cool to watch.
You get that with the reffing and that, eh?
Yeah, that's why I like doing the reffing, man.
That's
Because even when it's just like white and blue belts and stuff, just watching two people just fucking slang it out like that, it's
Yeah.
proper good to watch, and you learn things from it too, because you see
Yeah.
what they're doing and what they should and shouldn't be doing, and it all goes in eventually. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, it's
good.
all stored as knowledge. Yeah.
That's the thing as well. I'm reffing at that championships that I'm competing at in 2 weeks' time.
Oh yeah.
What's
okay.
yeah,
this?
at the ADCC championships.
Where is it?
Christ, I just know it's someplace. I just type in ADCC.
Is it
and
England or is it?
Yeah, it's down south. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going for that. 91.
You're doing it at 91.
Yeah, 91 kg.
Fair
But-
play.
But like it says, like so I'll be reffing at that as well. So I'm gonna get the same kind of thing with you, seeing like different belts, and it'll be cool as well just to see different styles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like you can learn from.
Just
some-
don't ref the kids,
Nah,
because
can't
the adults are all just mad angry when you ref kids.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll just
mind that one
they'll
story you
just
told me.
want to shout at you and shit like that, and just give you abuse, man. Even if you do something right, like their kid gets absolutely smashed, and they're turning around, and they're fucking raging with you, and it's like, well,
What do you want me to do? I
Yeah.
didn't fight him.
or it's like you spend like fucking 10 hours in the day reffing relentlessly, and you make one mistake, and then so but the kid like lost by like fucking 14 points or something. So you're mad because you know what I mean. Like I've been constantly doing this for the last 10 hours. I haven't even stopped to eat anything. Like
Speaking of which,
Give
I'm
it a bash.
Starving by the way.
yeah, I am as well actually.
I haven't
yeah.
eaten all day.
You're not.
Nothing. Sorry to interrupt you.
Oh,
Sorry about that, but yeah.
No, I've been eating like hell. Like it's been great.
Yeah, well,
I was waiting to say, how are you doing 91 kilos? You normally like what?
It's,
Like
81.
83? Why are you doing 91 then?
Well,
Why not 85?
no, it's because
he does look a bit bigger though.
I've
don't
been
you think?
lifting. I've been lifting loads, and then like I've been. See when I was
Not
doing
as scrawny
like,
legs, but
see when I was doing 81, 83, like I felt myself always like bulking and feeling like my belly. Now, like when I used to roll with you and that, I used to go and be sick and everything and make that bulking noise. It's
Apologies
because I
to
was
the listeners for that noise.
Yeah, sorry. But like now, like I was doing that. I think that was because I was not eating enough in my body, so I was literally never eating.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I always thought those funny noises were because you wouldn't
no,
tap
like
to people's chokes.
oh, that, yeah, well that too. Like yeah, I was a bit.
I'm sorry for those noises.
Cows had my knee in some weird ways, like.
And that's nothing to do with jiu-jitsu.
No, oh well.
Usually behind his ear.
Or in the van.
Right, carry on saying what you were saying.
What?
What were you talking about before that? You were in the middle of telling us something.
You're not, what about the?
No, he was just talking about the. I have no idea.
That's funny.
It's gone from my head completely.
No, like that's the thing about like I was saying about you. Like, you've had my knee in the weird ways and heel hook.
Yeah.
Like
It's not what you were talking about, but we'll go with it. Yeah, cool.
That's what you meant when you said about having knees in the weird ways.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. Carry
But-
on.
You just totally confused me.
Right,
That's okay. It's a confusing time for all of us.
Yeah.
I'm starving. Honestly, like starving.
Oh, that's what. Yeah, we're talking
I
about
interrupted
food.
your story
Yeah.
because I was starving.
So that was all your fault.
It's alright. I can cut it out.
That's
I
alright.
won't.
I won't, but I could.
I won't. But
No,
I
no,
could.
no, Chris, enough.
I'm absolutely starving though. I got up at like 7:30, 8:15 or something this morning. Drove to Glasgow and picked up my new motor.
Mhm.
So I got my new car today. It's just an update to see it, Leon. But
No, I.
just the I
3
don't know
points
why we
on
didn't get
insurance. Do that job. Man.
shut your pussy.
Meeting. 3
Oh,
hours.
aye, my Zoom
No,
call.
but that's the thing. That's what you got to do, man. You don't want to get that on your new car insurance.
Yeah, I can. My insurance is high enough to be fair with that crash. But I picked it up today, and
Mhm.
I was driving home in it, right? And I got maybe like an hour's drive through it, and I went, I'm already bored. I'm already bored of the car.
Yeah, mate, that's
oh,
what
you
happened.
said that on the phone to me, yeah.
Yeah, I'm already bored. Like, it's the exact same car. It's lovely. The car's lovely. It's stunning inside, and it drives perfect. And it's faster than my other
Did
cars.
I or
well.
did I not tell you not to get another seat?
I love it though. No, but I do love it, right? But the excitement. What I mean by saying
I've had
I'm
enough
bored.
of them.
Yeah, I know. But what I mean by saying I'm bored is, I mean like, I had such an excitement for picking up the new car,
Yeah.
right? All this feeling of it, but it was gone within an hour because I've been driving that car for the last 5
Yeah,
years.
you weren't like, oh, look at this bit, look at this bit. It was
Yeah,
just,
yeah,
oh, it's
yeah.
all clean.
Yeah,
Like,
and I've got to like update. There is lots of stuff I've got to do to it. Like I've got to update all the electronics and like the sat nav, and I've got to hook up on
Yeah.
my phone. It's got to all be done like through your phone. So it is like more modern and it is
Yeah.
nice, but it's just long as hell, man. I didn't realize how long it was because I got the estate. And,
I got that with my car as being
just-
as long. It's
Yeah, that's it. It's the first grown-up car I've had, so I'm gonna keep it nice.
And then you can go camping with me. Just
That's
Put it
not
up
gonna
flat.
keep it nice.
aye.
But it will be used for camping at some point. Don't get me wrong. That's one of the main reasons why I
Mm.
bought an estate, because
Yeah.
I go camping so
you could
much.
probably
that-
use yours as well, could you not?
yeah, same reason as why I got a longer car was to fit everything in the boot. Like,
Yeah, because eventually we'll need
Okay.
cameras and that coming with us. So
I could definitely fold my back seats down and fit a
Yeah,
mattress in
there's-
the back of my car.
yeah, I could as
Okay,
well.
for sure.
Well, no, I couldn't.
How?
No, probably not. I don't think I could fit.
If
a
you
mattress
folded
in
the
back
back
of
seats down, a single mattress.
that. Single, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely fit in a single mattress in there. You
You
probably fit like a small double as well.
And then you get my van,
Not
it's
as
all
well, but
luxury, like a
instead.
bedroom.
Yeah, exactly. You fit a fucking
Yeah, yours is the living room. Let's give us the
yeah.
bedroom. I'm excited to go camping again, but it's not
Yeah.
going to be for a long time.
Yeah, the weather's a bit
Like
shite for
I'm
that,
I'm trying to get like all the locks in Scotland. That's my goal.
He's telling me he's going in December and January now. It's going camping.
yeah,
You
I've got an all
yeah, but
winter,
that's different.
I've got
You've got a
winters.
van.
That's
and
not
it's like a bit
camping.
more. Well, no.
It kind of is. It's
He's
caravan.
been a traveller for.
Yeah, it's caravan.
Yeah, it's
It's
caravan.
caravaning in a van.
Motorhoming
Yeah.
actually is what it is. It's more like a motorhome than a caravan.
It's comfy.
I get that.
I get the. That's probably. That's probably.
But I
when
love
I get
camping.
the
Josh
best
does it as
sleeps.
well. Yeah,
Yeah,
Josh
yeah,
does it
yeah.
as well.
That's when I get the best sleeps ever. Like I
Fair.
mean, like see, like when I get stressed or anything, like I need to go out there because see, when I go for a sleep, I just feel relaxed and reset. It's like, oh my god, like just
That's why I love
away-
camping though. But I love camping for different reasons of like not sleeping in the car. I love going and like one of my favorite things to do at camping is once it's like you've eaten your food. I love cooking at camping for a start. I love cooking on the fire. But apart from that,
I try to.
when it's like everyone's quieting down, you're drinking a little bit, whatever. You're playing like card games like poker or like just the stupid games you don't normally play like poker, chess, any card games. I just love doing it and like taking a bow and arrow out, shooting a bow and arrow into a field for no reason, losing arrows. I just love being
Just
like doing
man
all that kind of
things.
stuff. Yeah, just doing that kind of thing for like, and I want to do like a proper like expedition. Like go out on the Friday, go park somewhere, walk half an hour with your shit, find somewhere to camp there, done with signal for you, obviously.
I don't need signal. It's
You
just,
know-
it's
you
just nice
know-
to watch the UFC on a Saturday night.
You know what? I
But if
pi-
it's not available, then
very
I don't
true.
really
see,
mind.
I would love to do that too.
See, sitting here, right, and I've just pictured that time that we all went camping. Remember, we all sat in the middle of this gazebo, and it went torrential rain.
Yeah, I
You're
do.
welcome.
Like that's when you.
Always
That's how I remember.
always bring a gazebo, kids.
Yeah, I went torrential rain, right, and all you see was a light in the middle, and I was like, I seen all the seen all the rain like hitting around the sides.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I was in another realm that day. Like that was cool as anything.
Yeah, there was a lot more.
I
going
felt
on
like-
than just
I felt-
alcohol.
Honestly, I felt like I was in a total another realm, like because of that
Mine
feeling. I
did-
was like, I thought I was
It
in
did
like.
start torrential
Doctor
raining,
Who
and we were
box.
cooking. We were cooking our food at the time.
Yeah,
I
we were.
remember
We
because
were,
I had to
yeah.
move the barbecue and that under the.
That
The
was
gazebo.
tits.
Luckily, we
remember
brought the
that, yeah,
gazebo
that
because
was-
otherwise we would have been soaked out.
I've still got a picture of you absolutely out cold
But
sleeping.
just get in the tent.
and
Well, passed it on my chair.
I just cold.
Yeah,
I'm,
That
I,
was
do-
a
I do
really
that all
good
the time at
camping
camping. For some reason, I fall asleep. Like
You do
when I'm
mad
out
early
camping,
fall asleep, yeah.
Like earlier than I would fall asleep in my house.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's 'cause you're
I always
relaxed.
just I'm like
It's probably
Pass
because you're
on
like
my chair.
colder and your body's
wrapped up and shit.
yeah, your
like that,
body's
yeah.
working harder to stay warm and shit. You're not comfortable lying down in
Yeah,
your
I'm
cozy
just
house. You know what I mean?
exhausted.
Yeah.
It's just like it just
Probably
makes you
less
feel like a
screen
little
time as
holiday.
well,
You know
like
what I mean?
Screen time, all the blue light and shit like that.
Yeah.
Aye.
You know, but it's bad.
I love going and like, I know we don't cut down trees or anything like that when we go camping to make fires. We just like find dead trees
Yeah.
and like we'll take off the dead trees that have
100%.
fallen down or something. But remember that last one that we went, me, you, Josh, and Jake,
Yeah.
and we were that tree had like snapped in half.
When
but
I
it was
almost died.
stuck. Yeah, we almost died, but it was stuck in the other tree. Jake sent me a video of he edited like a video of me, because remember I ran up and like drop kicked it. Yeah, I drop kicked it and like flew back. He edited a video of me doing that, and it reminded me of that. Just doing stuff like stupid stuff
Mhm.
for no reason. That I just going out. I don't know why I love it so much, but honestly, it's probably one
I
of
mean,
my
I just
favourite
won't do it in
The
sliders
feeling of
again
being
'cause
free,
I
man, that's
nearly
what
lost
it
my
is.
life, and that was
That was terrifying, yeah. When that nearly came down on your head.
Sliders.
Why
It
did
was-
you
it
not
was
come that
gonna
time?
land on my
You were meant to
chest.
come
I was
that time.
busy at work, man. I had so much work on at that time. Like I was working.
He
day-
was meant to come, wasn't
Yeah, I
he?
was working day and night.
Pretty
Like,
sure. Karis was meant to come as well, was she not?
Mhm.
I was working like total late shifts and that to try and get stuff done.
Did she not show up? No, Josh showed up late.
Yeah.
We were playing
Karis was
football and
maybe
that as
gonna-
well.
Yeah.
We were playing football because we weren't that far away from Arbroath.
No, were you not? I
Only
was.
45 minutes. It was, no?
Yeah. Well,
Realistically, that's not that far.
nah, yeah, maybe it only was only like 45 minutes. Yeah.
And laughing at me as if we were like 2 hours away.
No, but it's because it felt like it was because we had to
That
go
long,
there and
windy
then drove all
road.
the way back in and then drove back
Yeah,
out
we did a
again
lot
and
extra
things like
driving.
That felt like 50 ages.
See, the drive up to Fort William is absolutely unbelievable.
Fort William's a nice spot.
I've only
man.
been there
Yeah.
once.
I've never been, but I know it's a nice spot.
Yeah, like
Actually, no, I'm lying. I have been. I went up to pick up a car. Yeah, I have been up there once.
Goodness.
my last trip, my last trip was unbelievable. Like the
There's
Three Waters
nothing
meet-
better than the Scottish scenery, is there?
Aye,
Like,
especially
nothing
when you're
better,
up
man.
in mountains and everything. Like,
Mhm.
or even like with this one, it was just driving through like big hills and mountains, and it was just like, and it was just this one, like road, and I felt like I was in Lord of the Rings.
I don't know who you'd be in Lord of the Rings, honestly. I couldn't
Screaming out the
tell you.
window, "Damn order!"
They're taking the hobbits to Isengard!
You stupid fat hobbit. You ruined it.
That's actually
that
pretty
was-
good, you know.
Golden chips. Eat it. Eat it. What did you say?
That's pretty good, you know.
Go
That's-
away and never come back. What did you just say?
Of course you can do
How is...
Gollum.
Of course!
Go, go.
How have I never known you could do that?
Oh, I used to keep it. I don't know. I used to. Sit
How
and
did
watch-
you know? Are you surprised? He was that kid at school.
I know, but I never knew you could do Gollum, man.
He was that kid.
Jesus Christ, man. Do it again. Stupid. I love it. Do stupid fat hobbit.
Stupid.
You stupid fat hobbit. You ruined it. Ruined it. Now you have nasty golden chips.
See, it's pretty good,
It's
bro.
pretty good. It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Eat it.
Oh,
That's fuck.
Master.
That's creepy. That means you're Frodo.
does it fuck?
It
Frodo's
does.
a useless fucking.
Well, I'm not Frodo.
Well, you are because I'm Sam, the fatter one.
Useless.
Nah, Sam's my favourite.
But I'm the fatter one.
Carry your
Okay.
useless-
And could you carry me up a hill?
Yeah.
I could carry you. Could you fuck?
Not-
could carry you up a
Fuck,
hill.
not 10 years ago.
But- yeah, well, still not now.
I could carry you up a hill.
Not the hill that he carries.
Yeah, I could.
I could carry you up that.
As a man, yeah.
That's it.
As a man, I could carry anybody up that hill, yeah.
Say less. Fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Argument one. Thanks.
Done. So.
Cheers. Next conversation.
Yeah.
But yeah, like honestly, like it felt like Lord of the Rings, man. It was awesome.
I
Fair.
found this. I don't know if I've shown or spoke about it on the pod before, but I found this girl on not like that.
Oh,
This girl on. I said not like that before you said it.
okay.
On Instagram, who paints on books. I think I've sent you it before.
Yeah, yeah. It's
It's-
Lord of the Rings down the side of them.
Yeah, she does like Game of Thrones on Lord of the Rings, all these different
Can
ones.
you buy them, or does she just do them for the videos?
I think she buys. You can buy them. But I found her page, and she like paints on like the front of the books, like the scenery or a quote from it, and then like some of the scenery from the movies and that. It's unbelievable, like really, really good. I can't actually remember what the art is, but you should go check. I'll send you another video.
Send me another, because I watched them. I think they're fucking awesome.
No, like
mate,
she's
but-
done recent ones of like Moria and that, the Mines of Moria and stuff like that. And she's done ones of Game of Thrones with the family and
What's your
that.
favourite Lord of the Rings book?
The book.
Well,
I don't
you,
know, I
it's the
never read
movies
any
that
of
you thingy, but like,
Well, I've only read the first book.
okay, well, favourite movie. Like, if you were to have one of the books, what would be the one that you want?
Well, The Lord of the Rings is only one book. It's The Hobbit that's 3 books.
Okay,
The
so,
Lord of the Rings is 3 books.
But-
No, it's not. Lord of the Rings is one book. It's turned into 3 movies.
No, but I thought it was
The
3
Hobbit.
books.
The Hobbit is 3 movies, but one book.
okay.
You know where the first time I ever heard about the
But
Wait,
Hobbit?
there's
wait.
more than just them in it, though. Is there not a few different books like in that?
Yeah, there's a whole
Collective.
story in there.
Right,
in-
we have to figure
in
out. this.
Tolkien's universe, but that's the Lord of the Rings trilogy is one book.
You know where I first heard The Hobbit? On cassette.
Makes sense. You're old.
No. Like, my granny had it, and it was in her Volvo, and it was a cassette because we used to drive. Like,
It's an
she used
old
to take us on-
book. Like it's
I
a
had
really
trips,
old
yeah.
book.
That's the first time I ever heard The Hobbit. My gran used to play it. We went on trips.
What are you
like,
looking up here?
places.
I'm actually just replying to an important message, and I'm away to look up how many books are in the collection. How many?
I think there's 3 of them for Lord of the Rings.
I'm sure there's one Lord of the Rings book.
I'm sure it's 3, and then there's one of The Hobbit.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like in the whole of that series. Yeah, the work is divided internally. Oh,
The Hobbit is one book. Made into no,
yeah,
The Hobbit. is-
upon completion, The Lord of the Rings was divided into 6 books by the author, although he wanted it published in one hit. Tolkien confirmed in his letter that he thought of his new Middle-earth adventure as 6 separate books. So yeah, it's one book, but it's 6 separate. So there must be the 3 Lord of the Rings and the 3 Hobbits.
Shows
Sure.
how much of a Lord of
Whatever.
the Rings fan
Because
I
what book
actually
did
am.
you say that she was painting? That's what I thought. It was a different Lord of the Rings book you were on about.
She just paints like she'll have
Oh, it's
Lord
not
of the
just
Rings.
Lord of the Rings. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
she'll just have like the book and then she'll paint different stories on them.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
But you can get books that are separated up into the Fellowship and like that. But it's all one book. The 3 movies
Yeah.
is all
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
book.
Yeah.
Um,
well, all of it must be all one book. Like the 3 movies.
yeah,
and
apparently
the Hobbit.
Tolkien wanted it all because it's all one universe. There's like a whole like.
That's what I'm saying. Though
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
saying
yeah.
Lord of the Rings is one whole book,
Mhm.
but
In a
it's saying
series
there's
of 6.
Yeah.
all of it is in one whole book.
What's your
yeah, so like The
favourite-
Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings is all
Yeah,
one
it's all
book.
one story.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
would all lead on to
Yeah.
each other eventually.
But
Yeah.
you can buy it as just the one.
I don't think so.
What was your favourite, like,
Well, I need to find that
Lord of
out,
the Rings
yeah.
or Hobbit
Movie?
movie? Which one? You can use out of both of them.
Probably The Two Towers.
Yes, man.
Two Towers is pretty good.
Here, look, you can get the World of Tolkien complete 6 book box for £37. It has
That's cheap.
the
You put some
Hobbits
more
of
respect
Tolkien,
on-
the Battles of Tolkien, the Heroes of Tolkien, the Atlas of Tolkien, the Dictionary of Tolkien, and the Powers of Tolkien. What? Is that the Lord of the Rings books? What the fuck's going on?
I've
here?
got an old Thomas the Tank Engine book. It's worth 50 quid.
Fair enough, to be fair.
Oh yeah, no, okay. The Lord of the Rings books
collection
you can
Thomas
buy.
the Tank.
You can buy the 3 as books, and then the Hobbit as one book.
Yeah.
That's probably the most books I've got.
So, because I've got The Hobbit in my house, and I've
Read
got
some.
What?
I've said I've read some books, but
the Lord of the Rings in my
Okay,
house as
have
well. My dad read them all. He'd be able to tell you.
It's just because I'm thinking, Steve, if ever needed to get you a gift, a painted, Lord of the Rings book would be pretty fucking sick. You know what I mean?
You
Noted.
treating me?
Yeah. Well, no, not right now. I was just thinking maybe one day if I was feeling like
Fair enough.
I'd
being
be-
that guy,
I'd probably nick
Now
it.
I'm gonna be like waiting for it all the time.
now I'll be expecting it.
So much
When's it
better than
gonna
Harry
arrive?
Potter.
When do I get my book? If I don't get my book, I'm gonna be fucking raging. No, but my favourite book or movie would probably be The Two Towers.
Yeah.
Then The Return of the King, and then The Fellowship, and then it would be The Hobbit, then The Second Hobbit, and then The Decimation of Smaug. No, then The Battle of the Five Armies.
Is it Smog?
Smaug.
Or is it
Sorry.
I like the
Smaug.
I like Smaug. Probably. Yeah.
Smaug, the Destroyer.
Do you know that when I was younger, I once actually got really terrified by one of the Lord of the Rings movies. that
Yeah, by
when I
the
hadn't seen it
spider.
before, I was scared. No, it wasn't actually. Do you know what it was? Right?
I know a guy who got
See-
scared by the spider.
Yeah, friend of yours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but lives just up the road.
It's the other end of the grass.
He actually does just live up the end
Yeah,
of the road.
yeah. Mad. Well, actually, not that mad because I'm going to be the same. But now you know on the extended edition, the director's cut
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Lord of the Twin Towers. You know how right at the start there's the whole Gollum bit.
Yeah, the bit before he.
That
yeah,
used to freak me out as a
Same,
kid, mate.
same,
That was
bro.
creepy, bro.
Nah, that's not good. See
Yeah.
that whole turning into it and like.
Yeah, the whole
Oh.
sequence before, and he's like, and it's like all creepy and
I used
that.
to skip
Yeah,
That's what's
mate.
happening with my
Up
voice.
up until I was about 16, I used to skip it.
I've done
Swear to
about last week.
Yeah. No, I'm watching it.
Strangling him and everything. Then
It's not that
It's
bit.
not,
it's
that
just,
bit's
it's just,
fine.
It's,
It's
just
when
how,
he's turning in the cave.
yeah,
and
yeah,
that.
yeah. He's in the cave and it's
horrible.
all like
that's
oh,
what's
Yeah.
happening to me. But I'm going to be in the van.
you're just festering in your transit, man. Fucking hell.
Come out of the transit like
My precious.
Fucking hell, man.
Stinking.
rubbing on my little ball.
What ball you got?
My globe.
Mhm.
Oh, you-
Wrapped in your tear-stained blanket.
I was going to say something awful, but I'm not. Just not going to bother.
Oh,
Right, boys, I think we might just leave that one there.
yeah, fair.
It's been a good episode. Thanks again, Luke, for coming. It's been
Thank
nice
you, mate.
catching
Been a
up with you
pleasure.
again, man.
It's been
And,
a pleasure, man.
When are you next competing in 2 weeks?
Yeah, in 2 weeks in the Angus Championship, British
Angus
Championships.
Championships, eh?
British Championship. Sorry,
Do you know who you're fighting?
it's
Round
Uh,
robin tournament thing.
the tournament thing. So
Okay.
it could be anyone, but
Well, we
Gonna
wish you
be
the
fun,
best for
mate.
it, mate.
it's gonna be
good
fun.
luck
Just
for
gonna
it.
have a bit of fun.
Yeah, like I say, I always say to you, enjoy the moment. And,
Yeah.
don't take it too seriously. As
Mm.
serious as you need to, but remember to enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
Remember to enjoy
As-
the atmosphere, everyone that you're with.
As my coach Gary says, he says live and learn.
Exactly.
So like that's what he said to me. It's like live and learn, live and learn. Like sometimes you lose, sometimes you win, but if you learn from them, it's
It's never a
It's
loss
a
if you keep
progress, yeah.
learning.
every time you do something, it's pushing yourself to the next stage of life. You're learning. You know what I mean? If you're
Exactly.
sitting back, you're never learning at all.
No, you're right,
So
man.
that's the thing. If you just keep on pushing yourself, and you get there. Like
Well, that's an inspirational
on
speech
on
from
that
Luke Waddilove.
inspirational note.
sorry.
We'll
cheers.
catch you guys in the next episode. Thanks for listening and peace.
Peace.
Peace.